Hey, how y'all doing out there, America, the world? We're here with
Hey,
another episode of the Put to Bed podcast. You hear me?
Put to Bed podcast. We here with what? Episode 12.
Yeah. Now, matter of fact, I
Hey.
think this 13.
No, is it?
Yeah. When we said 11 last time, that was really it was
Oh,
really
you
12
right,
in.
bro. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh,
Yeah, it
damn.
was really 12 in. Hold on, let me get what's the name? I normally had this on now. Yeah. Put to bed.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we at
There we go. There we
13.
go. Mhm.
We been going by so fast, and us for losing
I
track.
know, right? I'm like, hold on, wait. Okay, so we there. We there.
Yeah,
We getting
yeah.
there. We appreciate all the support. Um, Continue to support. Share it with your people, all your people. Tell your people to share with their people, so we can get some more people to watch our podcast. Because we really ain't trying to be out here and you know do what we got to do for people and help where we can help at. Get that word
Facts,
out.
facts. I've been getting a lot of feedback too. I've been getting a lot of people reaching out to me like, "Oh, I seen an episode of the podcast, or I've been
Hmm.
keeping up with the podcast. I've been watching it, so it's growing, it's growing,
It
it's
is.
growing
It's
organically."
growing.
You feel me? We be able to put our foot down on the gas and shove it down y'all throat.
That part.
We really just staying consistent with dropping episodes. We ain't
Yeah.
shoved it down y'all throat yet. So
Yeah,
it's
we
going,
slow
it's going.
mowing it. We slow mowing it right now, but we gonna, like you said, put our foot on the gas real soon,
Oh
and
yeah, for
then we
sure.
gonna be everywhere.
Facts, facts. But
But
now you
yeah,
ready to
so
jump
we
right
gonna,
into it?
yeah, let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. No, okay, so we gonna start with four, like we always do. We always go with four topics. Number one, we gonna go right to it. How do we protect our black men of color? So this is bro question. And I wanted to know, like, can you elaborate a little bit more? Like, what you mean in what aspect? We talking in general or what? So I just wanted to know so I know where I'm going with it.
Yeah, I mean, I basically meant mainly in general, like how do we protect our young men of color? Not even just for like from society, from
Mm.
jail, from falling victim to the same cycles and stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
To how do we protect them? How do we lead them mainly? Not even necessarily say protect them, but that's all fall in the same category for me. How do we
Right.
lead them in the right direction and protect
Yeah.
them from early graves and killing each other or the cops killing them and being locked up and being getting thrown into the system, and how do we protect our young men of color from themselves? Basically,
From
how do we how do we
themselves.
say how do we save them from themselves?
Mm. Mm. That hit different when you say, like, how do we save them from themselves? Because honestly, you gotta have that young man or young man or youngin, being open to what you're gonna say for real. Because being in the world of kids all the time, I mean high school kids
Yeah.
and little kids, it's like they got to be open to hear your aspect, what you've been through, your experience, and you got to teach them. Like, I went on a field trip the other day. We went to the Bucks Arena. It was in there in the back. We did a little tour of the back. Where they do they showers, they massage, all that type of stuff. So it was cool
Yeah.
for me. I was like a kid in candy store. But the kids they had excited. They was excited. They was like, something they never seen before. Something your parents can't even do for you right now.
Hmm.
So, like, you can go to a Bucks game, but you can't go to the back. You know what I'm saying? So this one young man, he walking and he had his head down. I already had a situation where I was told he was having some thoughts about some things, and he walking with his head down towards the bus, and I'm like walking to him in the back, like, hey, put your head up. Always walk with your head up. Things that you're supposed to be taught. Because if you're not taught these type of things, you don't know. He fourth, fifth grade, I don't know that. Let somebody tell me.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
I'm like, put your head up. So walk with your head up. I said, I'll never walk with your head down. Even if you're feeling it. Don't never let nobody see you feel that until you feel comfortable. But like when you're in this aspect, in this world, in this society, walk with your head up.
Facts.
And then so I pushed his head up and he was like, all right, Miss Griffin. Like, so like you gotta teach. You gotta teach first off, and you gotta advocate. You gotta be that person in the school buildings, in the courthouse, in the community, saying, nah, everybody ain't the same. Yeah, we got some people, we got some youngins, and some young men, and some men in general, and women, black women and men doing some things that you like, come on, man, really.
Yeah.
But everybody ain't in that same category. So stop putting us in the same category because these kids over here, yeah, they want to go to college, they want to do this, or they want to go to do a skill, or they want to open their own business. And these kids over here, you got to teach because they don't know. Like it starts first at the parent. If the parent ain't saying nothing, then they don't know nothing for real.
Fact.
And you see it every day.
Yeah.
Like just having girls come in and hygiene, stuff like that. They ain't taught. So we gotta first off educate, advocate. I really think we gotta speak up. We gotta speak up for our black men way more. Like I'm that person to say like, oh nah. Let's give them a chance. Look at something else. Look at other behaviors. Don't look at the negative all the time. So
Mhm.
you got to be that person. And even if people don't like you, you got to be that person to speak up sometimes. Because as a black woman, what is my position on this world besides being a mother, being who I am, but also being somebody who I got a black son. I got to speak up.
Fact.
Period. So that those type of things teaching, and then just letting them know like I got your back. Because one thing about black men, they need to know if we got their back. If it's your mama, your sister, your cousin, or just your girlfriend, whatever, they need to know they got some people in their corner.
No, that's true.
Or or it ain't worth it for them to even be doing it for real. Like most of the young men I work with say, I mean, I ain't got nobody. Like basically, this is the road I got. So I'm gonna take that. And it's just sad, but you got to try to either intervene when you can to try to break whatever cycle you can. But if they lost, only thing you can do is support them in that for real,
Yeah.
and then see what you can do to lead them in a different direction. But you know, yeah. But that's my take on it, bro. Like, because it's really hard for me to talk about this because seeing kids and young adults, because I got 18, 19-year olds too in high school, so like it's hard to see that you know what they up against,
Mhm.
and you just want to take them and say, listen, do this, do that, and you'll be on this direction. But it's not that simple.
You're right.
So yeah, that's my take on it.
Okay. I mean, for the sake of not sounding redundant, I'm not
Yeah.
going to repeat anything that you said, but I totally agree with everything that you said.
Okay. I agree. Thank you. Hmm.
I totally agree with everything you said. I think a lot of it starts with in this day of society, like as being a young black man, being a young man of color myself.
Hmm.
Like I think it starts with the narrative. It starts with the narrative. We need to change the narrative. Like the opposition has changed it to
Yeah.
where they so sneaky to where it's another word like YN for example. The word
Hmm.
YN, you mean young nigga whatever. But
Yeah.
it's another way for them to call you a nigger. It's another way
Yeah.
for them to
It
call you a nigga.
is.
Oh, that all them YNs doing this and that, this and that. And it puts us in a category. It puts us in a certain narrative. They gonna be cutting up. They gonna be toting guns. They gonna have the
Yep.
Drakes. They gonna have the Switchies. They gonna have to do even on all on social media. Like it's cool, but the young male, especially the young colored male, young black male, has been labeled a YN. YN mean that they young, they wild, they reckless, they
It
toting
was.
guns. All they care about is toting guns, toting Drakes, and beeping
Hmm.
and getting back at the ops and who got the biggest stick. It's not even about like getting money no more. It's not even about
Right.
who getting the most girls, who getting the most money. It's about who got the biggest gun, who gonna shoot, who willing to kill. Like that's
Hmm.
became the narrative of being cool. And I think we need to change the narrative. When we change the narrative away from okay, it's cool to tote guns, it's cool to kill each other off, it's cool to not give a damn about nothing. It's cool to disregard all the rules. It's cool to just sell drugs and trap. It's
Right.
cool to not have no goals, not have no ambition, and just if you go to jail, you cool. Or if you go to an early grave, you cool. If you had bodies, you had hats. Like that's the narrative. We need to change the
Hmm.
narrative and make that shit not cool because it's not cool. The
Hmm.
narrative should be okay. It's cool to have a degree. It's cool to go to college. It's cool to be a business owner. It's cool to grow old and raise your kids. It's cool to still have responsibilities. It's cool to take
Hmm.
accountability for who you are. It's cool to throw hands and not get upset where you want to shoot somebody afterwards. Like
Hmm.
that when we change those narratives and put these in their young minds, then they start to be more susceptible to it because right now it seems like okay, you lame if you going to school, you lame if you doing this, you lame if you doing the right thing, and you cool
Yeah.
and you in if you doing all the dumb stuff. Like we need to change that narrative. And like I said, they have thrown we went from niggers to YNs, and it's just another
Mm-hmm.
way of calling you a young wild nigga. It's just a
Right.
young way, another way of calling you reckless, or calling you a threat to society, of being able to for the police to shoot you. And then the first thing that anytime any black man gets killed, young black man in America, the first thing that they do is try to go find something that he did, whether it be a
Mm-hmm.
jaywalking. They try to
Mm-hmm.
find something to justify. Oh, he was skipping school, or he was this, or he had this, or he did this, did that. Like even with
Right.
close to us with Dontre Hamilton. If y'all don't know
Yeah.
about Dontre Hamilton, look that up. That's our family member, like close, that
Mm-hmm.
got killed by the Milwaukee Police Department. And one of the
Yeah.
first things they did was lie on his name after they killed this man,
Right.
shot this man multiple times, over 10 times they shot him, and then they get on the news and say, oh, he had a criminal background, he had an armed robber, this and all that type of stuff. He was crazy, all of this type of stuff. None of this stuff in which was true. He was homeless. Like none of
Mm-hmm.
this was true. The man had a place to
Mm-hmm.
live. The man had no criminal background.
Right.
The man, yeah, he suffered from a mental illness, but the man was not crazy. He had no prior episodes of violence and lashing out on
Mm-mm.
anybody. And they try to paint the picture of him being a young, wild, reckless nigga instead of
Mm-hmm.
just taking accountability and saying, "Man, we killed this man. We killed this man
Right.
in cold blood, and we because we were scared, because we scared
I'm
of y'all like we
scared.
always scared of y'all. So we shot him.
Mm-hmm.
We shot him to death." They always try to paint, even with Trayvon Martin, they try to say, "Oh, he had this, he did this, he did that." They always try
Yeah.
to paint it and make an excuse and try to paint them out to be villainized. Like they
Yep.
villainize us so quick, and then we villainize each other. That's why I say we got to save each other from saving them from themselves, because the main opposition of young black men out here is young black men. The
It
main
is.
opposition of young men of color right now, period, is young men of color. White people
Mm-hmm.
ain't coming to the hood shooting us. The
Right.
cops kill us too, but yeah, that's at the very that's that them numbers don't add up to how much we killing each other.
Yeah.
They don't. We
Damn.
we we, we televise it more. We protest against it more, but it still doesn't make as much sense, because yeah, y'all get riled up when the police kill one of us, but we killing 10, 12 of us every day,
Yeah.
killing our own. So I
Yeah.
think the narratives need to be changed for one, and like you said, we need to teach them. We need to be showing them different avenues, showing them different ways. Stop
Mm-hmm.
perpetuating to be a drug dealer, to be a rapper, to be a basketball player, to be a football player. Yeah, them things is cool, but why
Yeah.
not? Why are we not teaching our kids to go to be lawyers? Why are we not teaching them to be judges? Why are we not teaching them to be
Because,
the same to break into them same institutions that have us trapped? Because if we have
mm-hmm.
more black lawyers, that means we got more people of color defending the people of color. If we got more
Right.
black judges, that means
Exactly.
we have more of us banging that gavel in our favor than we do
Mm-hmm.
of the old white man that's sitting in prison for 50,000 years. If
Mm-hmm.
we have more black cops, that means coming from our neighborhoods, then that means we have more people that understand us, that are not scared of us, that are not going to shoot us as soon as they get into it with us, or as soon as they pull us over. If we have more of us in these places, in these institutions, then we won't be so institutionalized. We won't be victimized by it. We become the system. In order to beat
Right.
the system, you have to become the system. Like we need to make it cool for us to be able to teach them better ways, and better ways to go about living,
Mm-hmm.
and making change the narrative of what's cool and what's not, because it's not cool to die in your
Right.
teens. It's not cool to, because somebody put hands on you, you want to go shoot them. That's not cool. That's coward. That's
Right.
cowardness.
It
It's
is.
cowardness to not want to succeed, to not want to have no goals and no ambition. It's cowardness to make kids and not take care of them. A lot of these things that we praise and we let it go by as acceptable are things that we
Mm-hmm.
need to be changing, like changing the narrative and teaching them and guiding them and showing them. And like you said, showing them that people care. We care
Right.
about y'all. We care about y'all well being. We care about y'all life. We care about y'all future. And we have to bring them in and show them that we care about them. And then that will help them care about each other. And then the more you care about yourself, the less mistakes you're gonna make. I don't want to. It's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of stuff I let slide, and a lot of stuff I don't do because I don't. It's not because of fear of jail. It's not because of
Yeah.
fear of no other man. It's because I know my value. I know I'm worth more here in this household, here on this platform, here on this microphone, here in
Mm-hmm.
that studio. There at my job, for my people, for my family, for
Yeah.
society. I'm worth more here than I am in the grave or in the jail, and that's what stopped me from getting on a lot of people's ass and doing a lot of dumb
I'm
stuff,
telling
because
you.
I know my value, and we have to show these men their value. Because if you know your value, you're gonna crash out way less. You're not gonna throw away your future over a nigga talking stuff about you on the internet, or over a block, or over a street, or over any of this stuff that's trivial and means nothing. Like they beefing over blocks where we don't
Mm.
own none of them blocks. Your mama don't even own the house that's on that block. Like you beefing over property that is not even yours. It don't make sense. And if you value yourself more, then they would rationalize different, and they'd be less objective to just killing each other, or sacrificing each other, or
Yeah.
sacrificing themselves to the system. Like I feel like we have to teach them and get them and show them their value and get them outlets and change the narrative.
I agree. I completely agree. 100%. I ain't got nothing to add, but I'm happy you know how we like, okay, maybe we're gonna go this avenue, maybe we can go this avenue, because sometimes we don't know what we're gonna talk about.
Exactly.
But the first thing I had on my thought process was change the narrative, and I'm happy I didn't say it because it gave you the avenue to do it. But yeah, when soon as you said, I was like, that's it, change that narrative.
Exactly.
Change the narrative, because even though people don't, everybody ain't meant for school, everybody ain't meant for college. But let's be real, you got to go to college to be doctors, lawyers, and things like that. So we got to change that. It's okay. It's okay if you come from a certain neighborhood to be able to still do these type of things. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. You know
Yeah,
what
and
I'm
you can
saying?
get jobs, man. It's workforces that will literally,
Hmm.
if you work for them, they will pay for your school and like, and
Right.
not even no jobs where you got to be super like, no, you got to go to college to get these jobs. Like you can
Yeah.
get regular jobs that will pay for your
Yeah.
school and that would help you for funding and send you to school for what you really want to do. Like we got to take advantage of these things, man.
We do.
We do. We got to teach them though. We got to teach them and instill them though. But it's put to bed
Like,
for me for real.
yeah, like when you just said one thing, and I just want to put it out there. There's a program, like you said, if we got to let them know. There's a program at Ep.13 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's called the Promise Program, and they pay for you to go to school. You ain't got to do nothing but sign up. All you got to do is
Exactly.
sign up, and you can get a associate's degree or a trade for free
For
as long
free.
as you're in that program and you saving some money. That's it. That's two things you're learning.
Facts.
So like, just big. If you want to do it, go out here and see what's out here. Because there's things out here that is free if you want to
Facts.
do it. Because they
And then
want,
like you
we
said.
need more people in those careers. So they'll pay for it.
Yeah. And then, like you said, I said I was put to bed, but then you just said something. Maybe I'm just gonna add one more thing. Like you said, trades.
Yeah,
We do not value trades like we should, man. You know how much you can make as an
I
electrician.
know.
You don't have to go to college. You have
Mm-hmm.
to go. You have to go to trade school. 6 months, you will
Mm-hmm.
be an electrician. 6 months, you can be a plumber. Six
Right.
months, you can be a welder. Six
Yeah.
months, you can be a carpenter. These are careers that you can start your own businesses in and have your own power, your own say
Yeah.
so, and become
Schedule.
and make your own bread in a big bag at that. And not to
Big
mention
bad.
that in the United States alone, like there are over 70,000, 80,000 jobs available in as a plumber or as an electrician. Like these
Mm.
jobs are
Mm.
not, they're wide, the field is wide open because a lot of people ain't taking advantage of it. Like the fields are
Right.
wide. This is a field that's wide open for young black men, for young men of color. Like it's wide open for us to do it and take over and take over these
Mm.
industries and make good money
Yeah.
doing it. Like
Right.
let's evolve, man. It's more than just a block. It's more than just becoming a
It
rapper.
is.
It's more than just becoming a ball player. It's more ways to succeed. And if you feel that a lot of us think that, okay, if I don't make it rapping, or if I don't make it playing ball, if I don't make it in the sport, then I ain't did nothing. I
It
ain't
ain't
make
good enough.
man, come on, man. That's the 10%. That's the ten
Mm-hmm.
percent.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's
a
ten
whole
percent.
90% of opportunities out there to get
Right.
rich, to be successful, to start your own business, have your own brand. Like, let's take advantage, man. Stop,
Let's take
you don't have to
advantage.
follow, stop being some followers and following everybody else and thinking that
Mm-hmm.
it's only a couple ways to get to the goal. It's a million
Yeah.
ways to get to the goal, man. Stop believing what you see on TV. Like, and you can make more money than these rappers because half of
For
them niggas is
real.
broke. Half of that stuff is rented. Half of that stuff is leased. Half of
Least.
them is slaves to their contract, and then it's 360 deals. Go
Mm-hmm.
look at a lot of their backstories. It's a lot of niggas that's living regular everyday lives that's really making more money than them. They just look like
Mm-hmm.
they got more
Absolutely.
money than you because that's the perception of it. That's what they want. That's the perpetuation of the narrative to drag you
Yeah.
into that slave trade. It's another form of a slave trade. Man, go get your own business. Get own your own
Right.
shit. That's part of our major growth. Like I put it to bed.
Because I mean, no. Because I feel like because this topic probably should have been a more of a one and then two more because it is deep. Like it's
it's
deep
deep, and I could
because
go deep. I'm trying not to go deep to allow room
for me
for
exactly.
everything
It's
else.
like you said, they put things out there for it to be cool for us to do. Like, of course,
Yeah.
kids don't. If I see this and I see that, I'm gonna want to do that. I'm gonna want that versus books. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like,
versus
yeah.
something that's actually going to be
Hmm.
way more beneficial versus
Yeah.
something that's way more beneficial for you because that rapper is a slave. Most of them are slaves to their contract. They making
Right.
that right. They making them Jewish and them white people way more money than they making themselves. Now
That's
you as a plumber,
independent.
you as an electrician, you having your own business, your own brand, and getting a trade or going to school and becoming a lawyer. Like
Mhm.
you making more money than you making that company. The goal
Right.
is not to make somebody else rich by working for them. The goal is to make yourself rich by working for you.
Like if you're gonna be a rapper, be independent.
Be
We had
independent.
money stacked up. Like, do something and get that money stacked up, and then be independent. Then that's yours. But
Yeah,
like, that's
exactly,
what we ain't saying.
exactly.
You can't do it. Do it the
Yeah,
right
do it the
way.
right way.
So
You know
it's
how many times I
yours.
done said no to opportunities and no to
Right?
deals and no to
Yeah.
stuff like that because
Yeah.
like because I want my independence. I want my life. I want to be able to talk about the
Mhm.
same stuff that I want to talk about. I want to be if I want to make a whole song talk saying the same type of stuff and teaching my people. I don't want
That's
no motherfuckers telling me no. We're not releasing this song. No, we're not putting this
right.
out. I want to be able to talk, say what I want to say, and do what I want to do,
Yep.
and own my craft. These are my
Right.
words. This is my voice. This is my story, and I want to tell it the way I want to tell it.
I agree completely. I feel like it's put to bed a couple times, then we woke up for a nap, from a nap and came back. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because like it's deep. It go deep. Like when you talk about
It's
black
deep.
men, for us, for me and my bro, when they talk about black men, black women, black, we go deep
It go deep.
because we live it, and we good, but we ain't had no easy steps. We had some bro
We
had
did.
some huge
Oh yeah.
hurdles.
Some
And
gigantic
even
hurdles.
just growing up, we had some hurdles. So like we just like everybody else out there, there's some trauma. So we know what can things can come about. That's why we won't change, because
Facts.
if we don't get that change, we're gonna go in the same direction we've been going.
Yeah, we
And
on
it
the
ain't looking
same.
good
Yeah,
right now.
we on the same roller coaster. I mean, it may seem like
Yeah.
we, like you said, it may seem like we put these topics out there and we talking y'all to death on these type of issues. But man, we really care about
We
our
care
people,
about it.
man.
Yeah.
And when I say like the chosen people, I'm not just speaking on just blacks. Like the blacks and the browns of this community, I
Yeah.
really care about my people, bro. And I really
Right.
know that we are not the minority. We really the majority. And
Majority.
we don't recognize a lot of stuff, man. And we really come together and really get and
Hmm.
really wake up and really apply ourselves like the right way, man. We run the
Yeah.
world. We can easily take over everything, and not in a
Right.
negative way, but just in an empowering way for us. And that's part of why that's part of why I even care about podcasting and doing the platform
Me
is to
too.
be able to wake people up and be able to put these ideas and be able to
Hmm.
put these sparks into people's head because they need to know
Right.
it.
Because they know it. That's why it's called put to bed. Because we got to put those ideas and things, not ideas, those things out there. Because it's put to bed to us when we talk about it. Because we putting it out there. We get tired. We need somebody to listen. Like,
Facts,
hey, we trying to put this to bed because we want this to open up somebody's mind, somebody's frame, and change something. Because we want to see different for real. Like
facts.
for all people, but for our people, because our people deserve it.
Need
Like
it. Yeah, we need
it's
it and we
we
deserve it.
need it, we deserve
Yeah.
it, and it's just what it is.
We don't got to save
And
everybody because everybody don't need saving. They
no,
got that shit lined up for them. Like
mm-hmm,
it's the certain communities. I'm not gonna just speak on and individualize nobody, but
right.
they got their communities got it lined up for them. They lined up for them. They set up for them. It's set up for them. It's designed for them to win. So why worry? I'm
It
not worried about
is,
saving them. I'm worried
it
about
is
saving
because
us.
it is like majority of the people that don't look like me who I work with. This has already been your life has already been planned out. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah,
going to college, you doing this, you doing that. Like how many times I've heard I knew I was gonna do this and blah 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 blah. I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, I
They
didn't
got
have
so
that.
much nepotism
I didn't have
in
it.
their community. We don't have that kind of
Right.
nepotism where we like,
No.
okay, I got this job because of my uncle. Okay, I
Yeah.
got this job because of my daddy because of my mom. No, we don't have that. But we
You
need that.
gotta
We should have
live.
that same shit for each other.
Yep, you gotta live. You gotta go to
Speaking of the
school. You
kids though,
live.
speaking of
Oh,
the
go ahead, bro.
kids.
Go
No,
ahead,
I
bro.
was gonna move on. I was gonna segue us into
Yeah,
the
go
next
ahead.
topic.
Segue. Go ahead. Segue.
Speaking of the kids though, like one of your topics was, at what age do you think we should be kicking our kids out of the house? What age is it like, okay, when you get that boot where you like, it's time for you to go on and fly. It's time for me to push you out the nest and it's time for you to fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the times, my mom
It's time for you to, you feel me, flap them wings and
to
go and do
flap it
your
away,
thing.
bro. Flap them wings.
Do your thing.
Right. I mean, okay? So
You want to hear my
I'm make
take?
I'm mine real short for real. It really depends on for me what they doing. Like if you case, because I don't necessarily agree with kicking your kid out at no 18. I don't, because I don't feel like an 18-year-old knows. First off, some of them are still in high school, or they getting right out of high school soon as it happens. Who knows what they gonna do, how to do it, how to survive in this world at 18? It's not easy, especially
Not many.
financially. Financially, it's not easy. Mentally, it's not easy because you're not ready. I'm just not. I mean, it's very rare that an 18-year-old is ready. So sometimes, like, going from home to college and experiencing that and being able to grow up a little bit is really good because
Mm-hmm.
18 you're not ready to be out on your own. So I feel like it's okay to keep your kid, you know, at the crib if they want to, if they doing something, they got a plan, they working. Mom, I want to stay here. Well, can I stay for this amount of time, 2021, whatever, until I figure it out? Because you do need to figure it out. Like you don't know what you gonna do, what you want, nothing at that damn age. You know what I'm saying? So like, it just really depends on that person and what they're doing. Now, if you get sitting at the crib and you just sitting, oh no, we gotta talk. We gotta talk.
Yeah,
Because then I feel like I'm just doing the same thing I've been doing when you was 14, 15, working and taking care of the house. And that's not what we at right now. We in a different dynamic group. So like we
yeah,
different. You know what I'm saying? So like things gotta look different. But
facts.
I feel like it depends on what they're doing for real. I don't necessarily agree with, most people going out and having kids right away either. So if you ain't got no kid, you definitely can stay a little longer. I'm just being real.
Facts.
If you got one, you might be that's a different subject, but yeah, this is my take on it. Like, I feel like we shouldn't be caring for them forever, but you also should allow them the time to figure it out. But not let them sit on the titty too long.
No, facts. I'm a, I'm a mirror you on this one. Like the last one, I tried to open up some more stuff because it was more stuff to evolve on
Yeah,
as
yeah,
y'all
yeah,
heard.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
on this one, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, and I'm gonna mirror yours. Like I feel like it shouldn't be. It doesn't. It's not by age to me. It's by action.
Yep.
It's not about age, it's about action. Now, if
Mm-hmm.
you, like you said, if you could be 24,
Yeah.
25, still staying in my house as my child. As long as if you in college and you doing your thing, or if you or not
Mm-hmm.
even if you in college, but you doing your thing, or you
Doing
starting a
something.
business, or you in the trade school, if you're making efforts, if you're doing something positive and you contributing and saying, look, okay, pops, I
Mm-hmm.
know I'm grown in here, but I ain't really ready to leave yet. I necessarily don't want to
Right.
leave. You feel me? I'm happy here. I'm comfortable here. I'm cool here, and then you ain't got no kids, you doing your thing. Okay, I'm gonna help out on the bills. I'm gonna help out. I'm gonna contribute.
Mm-hmm.
What? How much is the rent that we pay? How much is the rent and the bills
Right.
in total? What do I gotta kick in every month to make stuff easier around the house? Man, look, you could be my damn near my roommate. You go from my you
Period.
go from a bill to a roommate for real, and we
Period.
can thug it out until you feel comfortable enough to lead the nest. And I can
Yes.
and you can help me, you know what I mean, and I help you, and we
Yeah.
guide you on to that point where you will like you feel like where you feel like you're able to fly, and where I feel
Good.
like you're able to fly. It's not about that. Like you said, like I said, if you're 25 and you in college, or if you going to trade school, if you handling your business, and
Mm-hmm.
you just I see you, okay, you got a car now, you done paid off your car note, you done got a car at 21, you done paid it off by 25, and I see you working towards things and working towards goals, and I'm able to help you do that as a
Right.
parent. By all means, yes, I'm all
Absolutely.
for that. Now, the moment you start disrespecting me and saying I don't gotta listen because I'm grown, or I ain't gotta do this because I'm grown, I'm gonna show your ass grown. Get
That
the hell
part.
out. Now go be grown. Go be grown in your own shit. Because you still gonna respect. I don't care how old you get. As long as you living in my household and I'm saying I'm helping you and I'm
Mm-hmm.
supporting you, oh, you gonna respect me. The
Yeah.
moment you get disrespectful and you get the child on that, I'm too grown for this, I'm too grown for that, you out of there. Cause now you're finna be too grown to be in my motherfucking house.
Your house.
That's what we
That
getting at with that. And then if you get to having kids, I'm here to raise you because I chose to bring you into this world. Now if you get to having kids in my household, it's time for you to find your own shit. Because
mm-hmm.
it's time for you to have your own. Because I chose to bring you into this world. I didn't choose to bring you and for you to bring others into this world. Now the moment you
Right.
decide to do that, make that choice as an adult, then it's time for you to have your own situation. It's time for
Yeah.
you to have your own space for your own kids. Because I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to change Pampers. I don't want to be waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning because of the crying and all that. I would have my
Right.
own kids if I felt like that. If I wanted to go down that route. So I
I
felt like
agree.
as long as you doing something, as long as you positive, as long as you still showing me constructive lifestyle and you doing something and you headed towards some goals, you can stay here as long as you want. The moment you
Yep.
get too grown, oh, you too gone. The moment you too grown, oh, you too gone. It's
Too
time for you to go
gone.
and get the hell on. It's time for you to go and get the
Look,
hell
you said as long as you too grown, you too gone. For me, it's the same way. Like it's a song
on.
that a Glorilla got out right now. She be like, "You out of there, out of there." Soon
Yeah,
as you
you
get that,
out
you
of there,
get
out of
that.
there. You out
Yeah,
of there,
out
out
of
of
there,
there. As
out of
soon as you
there.
get to talking too crazy and saying how grown you is, and you ain't got to do this, you ain't got to hear that because you're grown. Okay,
You
it's
out.
time for you to go and get
You
the hell
out.
on. It's time
Cause
for
you
you
still
to. I
gotta
love you, but
respect.
you gotta go. You
Yeah,
too
you gotta
disrespectful.
respect.
But as soon as you say, "Oh, I'm finna start having my boyfriend over here spending the night, or I'm finna have some of my girlfriends spending the night over here every night, and y'all in here having sex, and y'all in here having babies," yeah, it's time for y'all to have your own space.
Yeah,
It's time for
it's
you to
time
go
for
and
your
get the hell on.
space.
Time for you to go and get the hell on.
I
But
couldn't
as
even
long as you
do that.
respecting my space and as long as you doing something productive, I'm gonna always support you and you always got a
Yeah,
roof and I'm gonna always, it's not about sheltering you. Sheltering you is letting you sit here and do the like you said, do the same thing that you did when you was 15, sitting up playing a
right.
game, smoking weed all day at 15 is cool. But not, it's not at 25, not at 18,
Nah,
not at
nah.
19, not at 20. You're not gonna do that in my house. As long as you're doing something productive and you showing growth, you can stay here as long as you want. When you
Mhm.
start to getting too big for your britches, it's time to go get
Got to
your own.
go. You got to go. Like I
Yeah.
agree. I completely like. I mean, you could stay here because I feel like you could segue with your child from being kid and a mom to roommate, and you
Yeah.
can help, and we can help each other. Yeah,
And it can be a
absolutely.
beautiful
I agree.
thing. It can be a
I
beautiful thing.
agree
But yeah, it's put
completely.
to bed for me.
Yeah, it's dead. It's sleep. Night night. Knocked out like
And
Debo.
speaking of respect and authority, that
Yeah.
leads us to our next topic. You hear me?
Mm.
you like how I'm segueing, don't
Yeah, I did. Look, it's a
you?
good, it's a good transition, bruh.
Yeah, the transition is crazy. But speaking of respect and
Look,
authority,
do this with me, bro.
Hey. But
So go
your
ahead,
second topic
transition.
was, should we trust authorities? And if we do, what authority should we be trusting? Which authority should we put
Mm,
our faith in? I want to hear your take on it first, so I can hear
mm.
your elaboration of what you really meant by it and how you feel about it.
So I mean, I'm in authority. I mean, it's a lot of authority. Like it depends on what aspect you look at. Police, judge, at work, your boss. Things like that. I was more like I guess centered around the police area, because I had an interaction with one. So I like it's in a school, not like that. Y'all come out here like but they in our schools now. In our high schools. So their name is different, but they are police officers. So
Facts.
I just see. I seen one of them walk past and said something like say good morning or something to the kid, and the kid was like, "Shut your bitch ass up!" Like it was like that. So I'm sorry, but it was like that. It was in the high school, so I was like, "Damn!" Like your badge don't mean shit to them. So I mean, if that's what made me think about that, like, damn,
Yeah.
should we respect authority? And if we do, which ones? And I feel like I respect authority in a certain aspects. I do have some restrictions. I have some restrictions. I was
Yeah.
raised by Miss Jones, so I got some restrictions on authority.
Facts. You damn near
Um,
raised by a Black Panther.
period. So we got some restrictions on some authority. My boss, we're gonna
Facts.
respect, but
Yeah.
you gonna talk to me at the same level. Like I don't like that. You like we both adults, but you feel like you can talk to me like a kid. That's when where it's going the authority gonna switch up for me because
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
we
Facts.
talk so we talk so. Police officers. I, I'm trying to be real careful with this one because I work. I will say this: a lot of authority figures lie to your face, so it's hard to trust them. So
Facts.
that's what make it for me hard because when one do it, I see like they group us together or things like that. I group y'all together, yeah. Because if I seen five of y'all say something or experience something or the news or whatever personal stuff, I seen five officers do the same thing. Now I'm looking at y'all different. So now y'all all grouped versus that one I have a good experience with. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on my experience with that person and the respect level on both ends for real.
Facts.
Because you authority don't mean I have to respect you. I'm just
And
gonna be
don't
real
and just because you're an authority don't mean you're an authority over me.
over me. So like we said, we raised by mm. So I don't because you authority don't mean I have to respect you. Yes, I
Facts.
can, but it's gonna be a give a certain level on both ends. It ain't gonna be I kiss your ass
No.
because that's not what I do. I never like the taste of it and never don't do it. So
No.
that's kind of my take on it. Like I feel like for people of color, we got to look at it a little different because authority is the ones that come for us a little bit more, a lot more. So I got to be careful with authority. I don't necessarily trust authority. I'm just saying I take it for what it is. What my experience with that person is, I take it for that, authority or
Facts.
not.
Facts.
But
I feel like
yeah, it's what's bad for me because I'm a grown ass woman. You can't tell me what to do, and you can tell me, you can ask me, but you can't tell me what to do.
facts. It's a difference. It's a difference. And with your leaving off at your point is a great point of where I was going to start mine at anyway. Like
Yeah.
you said, you can ask me what to do, but you can't tell me what to do, and that all goes into And respect. Like
Mm-hmm.
your authority only means as much as the respect that you and the role that you play it in. Like I say
Right.
that to say, like, I don't care who you is. You can be the president of the United States. If you disrespecting me, I'm gonna get disrespectful. I'm not going now. If you showing respect to me, if you showing respect to who I am as a person, if you
Mm-hmm.
showing respect to my people, I'm going to give you respect, and that has nothing to
Right.
do with authority, with no matter what kind of role you in. But I feel like as an authority figure, you should be leading with respect. You if you're the authority, and we just and I mean, of course, speaking from a boss point, supervisor point, from a police point, from
Mm-hmm.
any level of authority, any role or title of authority that you have. I feel like if you're in a role of authority, then you should be the example. You should be the
Yeah.
example that we have that to be able to follow. Like the police, I feel like they don't hold the police to a higher standard as they should.
No.
These are the people that are enforcing the rules, meaning y'all should be following every last one of them motherfuckers to the T. And
Everyone.
if y'all not, y'all should at least be trying. Y'all should be trying to follow every one of these rules to the T and doing y'all
Mm-hmm.
best at it. Y'all shouldn't be cutting corners. There shouldn't be no blue wall, no blue shield
No.
that y'all do when y'all say, "Oh, even if this officer is wrong, we're gonna stand behind him because he's one of us." No, hold him to the same regard that
Oh
you would
yeah.
hold
Yeah.
us because y'all the authority. And that's where
Exactly.
the bridge of a gap of trust gets broken because we know
Mm-hmm.
that y'all gonna lie for another officer just because he's an officer. Whether he's
Yeah.
right or wrong, you can witness him do something bogus as hell to a civilian
Yeah.
and have his back in the moment. And
Yeah.
that's bogus. It's not righteous. It's not a good way for us to have them as pillars of our community and as the people that's
Absolutely.
authority figures. Because if you're an authority figure, even if just like you said, my boss has a boss that she answers to, and her boss
Mm-hmm.
has a boss that she
Mm-hmm.
answers to, and his boss has a boss that he answers to. So just because this is my boss and just because this is my authority, they not just gonna come in there and just be a tyrant and just do whatever and just say, oh, I'm gonna punch in whenever I punch in. I'm gonna come in here.
Right.
I'm gonna smoke weed on the job. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna break all the rules and we just gonna protect each other. No, they gonna get fired
Gotta
too.
answer somebody.
They gotta answer to somebody too, and they gonna get
Mm-hmm.
and they gonna hold them accountable for their actions. And that's the same way that we need to do with the authorities and the law.
I
We need to
agree.
hold them accountable. It has to be somebody that's holding them accountable for their actions because as long as they feel like all my fellow officers are gonna take up for me, they don't have no respect for nothing. The only thing they have for respect for is fellow officers. They don't have
You're
respect
right.
for the public because they feel like they are authorities. They feel like that's some slave shit. And no,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going for it, and I don't expect none of us to go for it.
No.
If you authority, then be to have respect. It leads with respect because in order to get respect, you have to give respect. I'm not gonna respect you just because you got on a suit, or just because you got a
Exactly.
badge on, just because you got a black robe on with a gavel, or just because you say you my boss, or you say you this, or you say you
Mm-hmm.
that. I'm respecting you because of the level of respect that you give to me, the level
Yeah.
of integrity that I see you have, the level
Yeah.
of morals that I see you have, the
Morals.
morality that I see you have, the moral compass that you have, the level of
Mm-hmm. Your
intellect that you have.
values.
These are things that make me respect you and that make me trust you. Just because you
Yep.
say you this don't mean I'm gonna trust you. You can say you're the president. I don't mean I'm gonna trust you. You can be an ambassador.
No.
I don't mean I'm gonna trust you. I have to trust what I can see. I have to trust what I can identify with. I have to trust what gives me the right to trust it and gives me the reason to
Mm-hmm.
trust it and to respect it. Now, if you're not giving that same love, or you're not giving that same energy, then we don't fuck
We
you.
don't got
And like you said,
that's all
like
I
Buddy
said.
said, fuck your bitch ass because
Right.
he probably did something to that kid prior, or that kid probably seen him do something to another student. He probably witnessed him do something and abuse his authority, which made him
Yeah.
say fuck his authority. Because when
Or
you
yeah,
abuse your authority, it makes you
experience.
say fuck your authority. Now, when
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
using your authority for righteousness and you protecting us, and because I deal with cops on a regular basis with my job, they come into my job a lot,
Yeah, they do.
and I see them a lot. But they come in there, and most of them, I ain't gonna even say most of them, all of them come in there and they be respectful.
Yeah.
They don't be they're just oh no treat me special because I'm the law or treat me
Mm-hmm.
this. They come in there like regular people. We treat them like regular people. Sometimes I don't treat them no different than what I would
Yeah.
treat anybody else. I might, and to be totally honest, I might be a little nicer to them because when I see them being nice to me, it's comforting. It's like okay,
It is.
they not just treat me in here, treat me like a nigga. So now
Right.
I'm now
I'm a human
the
being.
yeah, now the barriers have been broken of us having this disconnect, and now we
Mm-hmm.
equal. Now I
Mm-hmm.
can be like, okay, yeah, how you doing today, sir? Now you want, and every time I treat them that they give me the same, okay, how you doing today, sir? I'm doing well. How
Right.
you doing today, sir? And now we have a level of respect. Now we
Facts.
have a
Yeah.
level of equalness, and you not coming at me bogus. And now we can address each other as human beings
Yeah.
because that's the end of it. At the end of the day, no matter if you're no matter what kind of level of authority you have, we're still human beings. We're still
Yeah.
equal. You're not God. You're not
Right.
God. You're not no creator. You're not nothing better than me, and you're not my
Mm-mm.
parent. So you didn't bring me into this world. You have no higher of authority in the universe over me. You might have
Over me.
more authority in me in this society role, but in
Yeah.
the universe, in life, you have no more authority over me than I have over you, than we have over each other. And you're gonna
Right.
treat me with the same respect, and then I'm gonna give you that same respect. The moment you step outside of that, there's a moment I'm gonna step outside of that.
That part.
Period.
Look, period. Put that to bed because, like you said, it has to be a respect factor there first, and then we can move forward.
Facts.
If they ain't there, we ain't vibing
Facts. And the trust comes
because
with it, and the trust comes from the respect. All of it stems from that. You
it
want us to
do.
trust the authorities? Give us something to believe in.
Yeah,
Like Kendrick said to Drake. You mean why would we believe you? You never gave us nothing to
to
believe in.
believe in,
Like that's
like
the same thing with the police. Like why would we believe y'all? Only stories we have of y'all is y'all
yeah,
standing on our putting knees on our neck, killing us, lynching us,
yeah,
hanging us, treating us just like we were slaves,
hmm
wrongfully convicting us, killing us, shooting us dead in the street, treating us like
yeah,
animals. Why would we believe in y'all when y'all give us nothing to believe in? Now when y'all come
exactly.
to our communities and do righteous things and uplift us and protect us and do all of these things, then we would view y'all as a proper authority and give y'all that respect that y'all feel like y'all
That's
deserve.
feel like
It's
I
not just gonna
deserve.
come because you put on the suit, jump in the cop
Mm-mm.
car, throwing your lights on, and slide through my neighborhood. No,
I
you the
don't mean
ops.
that. It don't mean nothing.
That
It's
don't
how
mean
you
nothing to me.
treat
It
the
means
people
nothing
in
to
your
me. It's how
community.
you is.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's really hot. Like right now in Wisconsin, we got an officer. Man, that brother did some bogus shit. Like he a brother, but you also an officer, so I look at you different. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah, you a
saying?
op. You a
Yeah,
op.
you're right. Like so, I'm like, but you out there, you doing stuff like telling the rival gang members stuff because it's your people. These your people. So you telling the other people like telling your people what they doing because you work in that aspect. So you're using a system to help people in your
Oh yeah,
community, but
oh
your people.
he a hood nigga cop. He
Yeah,
got
he
that
is. I ain't
he's
want to say. I said, "Oh, he a hood cop. He a hood nigga."
he
Yeah.
been he
So
training day.
basically, he a cop, but yeah, he went. Yeah, he ain't let that shit go. But the
Yeah,
thing,
yeah, that
he was
yeah.
doing this shit for 10 years. Cause 10 years, and then you still like telling the rival gang, your people what the rival gang is doing and shit like that. So they always
Oh,
one.
yeah.
They always one up right now. Look that shit up, bro. Like it's right now. It's right now. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe it. That's that.
So
He
it's like.
training. He Denzel off training day. He's still in
Yeah,
the
he
street.
is. He
He's still in
is.
the streets. He
He
put on the back.
is.
But
He is.
and not to glorify that, but that
No.
goes back to what I was saying in our first topic when
Yeah.
we have more cops in our community, we have more of us from our own neighborhoods in these positions. Not saying that we should do it and do that to
And
abuse it,
that right,
but
right.
we have more protection now. We can be able to come back to the hood and be like, okay, look. Hey, look, bro. They just had a whole meeting about y'all, the
Yeah.
precinct. They finna come do a drug bust on y'all. Whatever y'all doing, y'all need to chill out. Not to help them
Right.
and not to help them do drugs, not to help them sell drugs better, but just to tell them like, hey, look, y'all need to
Connect.
stop this. Y'all need to stop
Mm-hmm.
this because they gonna come
Connect.
bust y'all, bro. Like I was
Yep.
just they own to y'all. I ain't here to just help y'all and aid y'all and selling drugs, but I'm here to tell y'all, look, y'all need to stop it,
And
find
they
some other
start
shit
that
to do
yeah.
because they coming to bust y'all next week type shit. Like
Exactly.
and being able to not like aid and abet in the crime of our people, but to save them from themselves. Like, look,
Save
bro,
them from
y'all
themselves.
too hot right now. Go find something else to do. Find something safe to do. Find something legal to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's too hot. Y'all
It's
doing
too
too
hot.
much. We need us in our
Yeah.
communities to be able to come police our communities and handle us the way we need to be handled, the
I
way we can
agree.
relate
Like
to.
I agree. I don't necessarily feel like that was the right way to do it at all. But when I seen it, I said, because it's a
Yeah,
little certain, it's a little certain thing, bro. Like you get it, but then you
yeah,
also
I
like,
get
bro,
it.
but you a cop, bro. You can't be, like so you get it. But like we
Yeah,
ain't saying to do it that way. We saying to come out and get to know the people y'all trying to protect for real. Cause you ain't
exactly,
gonna, I
exactly.
don't feel, I ain't gonna trust you gonna protect me. You don't know shit about me. You look at
No,
me as a black individual in the community. So as you get to know me and know that I'm a mother and this and that, maybe you'll protect me a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because they
exactly.
don't care about you being a black woman either.
No,
You know what I'm saying? So
they
like, if you
black.
get to know
You a
me,
threat.
then maybe that'll change the narrative a little bit for you. Cause I know who the fuck I am.
Facts. But that's
But
like you said,
like,
if they knew us and they went fierce. They
yeah,
see me, they see a nigga with tattoos and with
exactly.
dreads, this and that. But if you knew I was a man working a 9 to 5 every day, just like
Yeah,
you, I got a kid out here that I didn't raise. I got a job. I got a podcast. I got
yeah.
this. I got that going on. I got legal businesses going on. I'm a personal trainer. If you knew that I was an upstanding citizen,
Hmm.
I got a past, yeah, just like everybody
Of
else.
course,
But if you knew
everybody
that I
else.
was an upstanding, that the me you see today is the me you meet, and that's the me you know. That's the
Yeah,
me who I am. So if you knew as
yeah.
an upstanding citizen, just like these white people out here that you smile in their face and swear to
Right.
protect them, then maybe you would treat us different.
Exactly. You know who I am. Like, know my story because you don't know theirs, but they look different. They don't look
Yeah,
like a threat. So you're going to
exactly,
treat them with a little bit more dignity. You know what I'm saying? But
exactly.
I'm a human being, so you should look at me like that because it don't matter who you are. You could be out on the street at the gas station and without your uniform on. If somebody hits you up, they hit you up.
Facts,
You know what I'm saying? So you have that same respect for anybody in the community, period.
facts. And
But
speaking of
yeah,
respect,
yeah.
that
Go
leads
ahead.
us to. I'm on a roll, ain't
Waiting, waiting.
that leads us to our last topic. Now, the last one was one that I came up with, and
Mm-hmm.
it stemmed from a conversation that I was having with our sister, and it's
Huh.
so the topic is: would you rather have fear or respect?
Mm,
Would you rather people
okay.
fear you or respect you?
Mm. I know the
And which
answer.
one do you think hold more weight?
You gonna put some motion? I mean, you gonna spin it? Okay. You gonna spin
I
the
mean,
block on that?
first of all, I want to know, like, would you rather have more fear or more respect? Which one do
I
you
mean,
think?
I
And
would.
then I want to know which one.
Yeah, it's really slower for me. Like, I would rather have respect because just because somebody fears me, don't mean they respect me. Like, you
Facts,
can fear me, but won't take me out. You can fear me, but go like behind my back and stab me in my back, or be envious and jealous, or whatever. Or you can fear me and just like not give a fuck. So I would rather have the respect of a person to know who, they respect who I am, what I believe in, how I move. Because if you don't respect me, I don't even, you ain't even around me for real if you don't respect me. I'm just gonna be
facts,
real.
facts,
So I would rather have that because I feel like fear brings negative feelings. Like fear bring on uh that nigga like he trying to comfort me, he trying to bully me. So let me take this nigga out. Or let me do some shit to, be a snake or whatever. So it can bring on some negative like feedback. I feel like if you respect me, most of the time you will think about it before you do some punk shit behind my back.
facts.
And I'm cussing more on this one because I feel like this is more of the hood for me. My hood, me. Like, respect, for real. I would rather have that because I can be scared of you, but that don't mean I'm gonna respect your ass. Because if we get into a fight and I whoop your ass, and you don't expect it because you're not, because most people think that if you don't talk, if you don't speak up, if you
You
ain't as
soft.
loud as the other person,
You
you
ain't got
pussy.
hand. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not a threat.
Or well, basically you're a punk. So if you thinking I fear you all the time and I whoop your ass that one time, or if I do fear you, because you can whoop somebody's ass out of fear, and I whoop
Facts.
your ass, then maybe now you gonna respect me, or now
And
you're gonna
now I
look at
don't
me
fear you
different.
no more.
Now I don't fear you no more.
And
So
now
our
I don't
dynamic
fear
gonna
you, nor do
change.
I respect you. So now it's
Right.
like, yeah,
Yeah. So our dynamic gonna completely change. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even
facts,
know how that looks. So I don't even know if I want your ass around me. So I don't
facts.
really want people around me who fear me. I rather them to respect me because I don't want to be feeling like I'm, punking your ass either. I don't want no friendship. Like I've had that shit before. But I was the one on the other side. Like I was the one who didn't speak up. So I
Yeah,
wasn't no punk, but I was more like the soft spoken person, soft spoken friend. So I ain't say much. But so the thing is, like I would rather have that versus, respect versus somebody being like, I'm scared of that nigga. I ain't want to do that. And as soon as I get a chance, it's a
that's
wrap.
fact. Yeah, snaky. Yeah.
So that's it for me. It puts it bad for me. Cause respect me or
Mine.
thou should not be around me.
I ain't gonna lie. Mine might shock you a little bit.
I think it is because I seen your face.
I feel like I feel like it should be a equal amount of both.
Okay.
In order for people to truly regard you in the manner in which you want to be regarded, I feel like it should be
Yeah.
an equal amount of both. And I'm gonna use an analogy as far as like from a parent standpoint.
Okay. I get that.
As your dad,
Wait.
as a parent, you might respect me. You gonna
Hmm.
respect me just because I'm your parent. That's
Right.
moms. I respect her. That's moms. I
Yeah.
respect him. That's pops.
Yeah.
But if I don't fear you, I'm gonna respect you to your face. I'm gonna do what you say in your face, but behind your back,
We'll
it
do
could
it
be
a
a
while.
totally different thing. I still respect you, but I'm still gonna go out in the streets and do whatever I want to do. I'm still
Yeah.
gonna if I know that if I go out here and mess up and I come to the house, all Pop's gonna do is talk me to death. If he
Right.
find out I skipped school, all he gonna do is lecture me, sit me in my room for a couple hours. I'm not scared of that. I
Right.
respect it. Okay, I respect that. Pop's gonna lecture me. He want what's best for me. I'm still out here doing what the hell I want to do, but I respect the fact that okay, he gonna lecture me, he gonna sit me down, he gonna put me on
You
punishment, he
care.
gonna take my phone, whatever. I
Yeah.
respect that. I respect that. That's what I got coming. If I get caught, that's the consequences. It is what it is. I respect the fact that he care enough to even punish me or talk to me and any of that type of stuff.
Yes.
That's respect. But if I know, oh man, if I get caught, I'm getting my ass whooped. Pops going in my shit.
I
That fear
agree.
is needed sometimes because it's like, okay, now I gotta stay in line. Not only do I respect
Mm,
him, but I fear the fact that when I come home, if I get suspended, if I get caught skipping school, if I break these rules, if I do too much, it's an ass whooping waiting on me when
it's
I
an
get
ass
home.
whooping
And I
waiting.
feel like
Mhm.
that's the disconnect between a lot of our kids and a lot of our society today, why they so wild and
Right.
they're so disrespectful and they so
And
adherent
reckless.
to authority and why they don't care so much because they don't fear nothing. I feel
They
like you
don't.
need to fear something. And that's just
Yeah.
one analogy. My second analogy is this. All of us say we believe in God. All of us say we honor God. We cherish God. All of us say we respect God. We want to go to heaven. We would do
Mhm.
this, that, and the third. But if you take away the aspects of heaven and hell, would not you specifically, just for
Yeah.
the viewers,
Yeah. Right.
just a
Right. Right.
hypothetical, just a hypothetical. If
Uh
you
huh.
take away the aspect of heaven and hell, would you still carry your same way in the same light of God? Would you still walk in that same way? Would you still not murder your other man? Would you still not commit adultery? Would you still not be lying? Would you still not? If you didn't, there's nothing to fear. I don't care if I know that whether or not I don't got to fear about going to hell. The
Right.
thing that keeps a lot of people in control and keeps a lot of people under the umbrella of religion is fear. It's not
Yeah.
respect
It is.
because we don't necessarily know God to
What's
respect
going
God.
on?
We know
Yeah.
of what we know of it, but we don't know. It's the fear. Like most people, and people can admit to it or not, but I know this to be fact in my mind. I'm not saying it's fact because in my opinion, but
Hmm.
in my mind, it's fact. A lot of people are Christians and die hard and all of this stuff because of the reward that they feel like they're gonna get in the end. They feel like they're going to heaven at the end, or they
So
feel like
yeah.
if they do too much bad, they're going to hell at the end.
Yeah.
That's fear. That's
It
fear.
is. It's a fear. It's a
That's
fear.
fear. You're not ruling them with respect and with
Right.
love. It's with fear.
Yeah.
And that keeps a lot of people in line. It keeps a lot because if you take away, if I tell you today, okay, yeah, you still gonna go to heaven, but if you could kill as many people as you want. As long as they did you wrong, you can kill whoever you want to kill. You can lie to whoever you want to lie to. You can steal from whoever you want to steal to. You don't have to wear the Ten Commandments. That don't abide. That ain't nothing. God gonna
Hmm.
forgive you because He love
Right.
you. As long as you respect Him, you good. You know how many people to be out here wilding?
Man, because
Because of
you know why?
that fear of consequence, that fear of going to hell, that fear of not making it to heaven is gone.
Yeah, it's
So that
gone.
same walk, that same going to church every Sunday, man, half these people won't be doing it because that
Yeah.
fear is eliminated. I feel like in another
Mm.
aspect of it, like at a job, yeah, you might respect this job because it's giving you a check and it's paying your bills. But if I say you can come in here late every day and you're not gonna get fired, if you take away the fear of losing your job,
I'm gonna do it.
oh, niggas gonna be doing what they want to do. I'm
I'm
gonna.
gonna do what I
I
want.
say, oh, if you ain't got to worry about being piss test. You ain't got to worry about coming in here high. We don't care about you coming in here high. We don't care about you calling in. We don't care about you being late. As
Right.
long as you respect the job while you're here, as long as you show us respect while you're here, you good.
You good.
Man, niggas gonna what?
Do
It's
what
gonna be
they
call outs
want.
every day. Ain't nobody coming to work on time. It's the fear of being fired. It's not the respect that you have for this job. It's not the respect that you have for this company. It's the fear of losing that job that
Yeah.
keeps you in line. Even with
Right.
slavery, we didn't respect the slave owners. We didn't
The
respect
fear.
we don't respect the police. We fear them. We fear
Yeah.
the slaveholder. We fear the slave owners. We fear master. We fear them. We feared our parents. Us coming up in the air we did. We feared our parents.
No,
We fear gives you more control
it
than
does.
respect.
It does.
I feel like both of them need it's a balance that needs to be had. But I
Right.
feel like I want you to respect me, and I'm the type of person where I'm gonna give my respect anyway because I show
Hmm.
respect. But
Hmm.
sometimes showing too much respect to a person who's disrespectful will get
Oof.
you stepped on.
Yeah, it
It'll get you
will.
stepped on. It'll
It
get you
will.
taken advantage of. It'll
Yeah.
get you misused. It'll get you abused. They take your kindness for weakness. Sometimes I feel like sometimes you have to put that fear in a motherfucker to let them
You
know,
do.
don't play with me, bro.
Oh, you
And that
do.
goes
You
a
do.
long way because a person can respect you all day, but if they know, oh damn, I can cross bro a
I
million
can't
times and
mess
he's
with
not
her.
gonna do nothing. They still respect you because they're the
Yeah.
person you are. They might respect you and got love for you, but they know I can cross bro a million times and he's not gonna do nothing because he loved me and he just that respectful of a person. They
Hmm.
gonna cross you. They
Yeah.
gonna take advantage of it. They gonna tiptoe that line. They gonna play as much as they want to. Even
They
if you
are.
got a dog, if you tell that dog a million times, this dog knows. This is the person who gives me my water. This is the person who gives me my food. This is the person who takes me on walks. This is the
Yeah.
person who buys me my chew toys. This person who does everything for me. That dog
Everything.
or that animal will still step out of line if you let them until you come
Get your
across them
yeah
a couple
yeah yeah
times,
yeah
and
yeah.
then they know. Oh dang, hold on. I fear
Awake.
this. I fear. Not only do I respect them and I love them because they feed me and they take me outside, and they take me on walks, and they buy me toys and stuff. I fear this. I fear them. They
Right.
spanked me on my ass last time I bit up their shoes. Last time I didn't listen when they told me to sit. Last time I did something crazy. Last time I peed in the house. I got
Yeah.
my ass whooped. I fear them.
I
That fear
fear.
goes a long way. I feel like that fear is needed just as much as that respect is needed. Because fear without respect could make you do something wild and make you kill somebody because you just fear them. But respect
Hmm.
without fear can make somebody play you and try you a million times.
Yes, agree. I agree. I agree completely. I was thinking about it as in a different way, but with like when you talking about like parents and stuff like that, and especially at work, parenting
All of
at
that.
work,
Religion,
parenting
from
at work for
religion
me.
to the police to all of that. Like
Yeah,
that's fear. That
yeah,
fear rules more than that respect. Fear
yeah.
rules more
Parenting
than
at work it's an even split for me because it got to be
yeah.
like they got
It
to
gotta be
either they got to
50-50. It gotta be
yeah
50-50.
50-50.
If you don't have that fear, if I gotta respect you too, I want the respect too, but
Yeah,
I want you
absolutely.
to fear. I want you to fear the consequences of not respecting me, or not,
Not
or of
there. It
fact.
go.
Because there
There it
are there
go.
are consequences in every realm. I don't care if I don't care if
There it
you're
go.
religious. I don't care if you're spiritual. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care what you got going on. There are
Yep.
consequences to everything. With the job
I'm telling
situation, with the
you.
parenting situation, with every situation, there are consequences, and that fear sometimes is needed to keep a person from running over
Absolutely.
you.
Long as you keep that tone in check, then we good. Cause that tone and
Yeah.
throw me off. When somebody get that tone, I'll be like, all right, we here now. Whoop, whoop. And then I turn around to a whole nother level.
We at a different level. We at a different level. And I
Whole
feel
different
like
level.
I don't fear nobody, but I do fear certain things in life.
I
Like
feel my mama.
it's certain I fear God in a sense. Yeah, I don't it's a lot of stuff that I don't do because I'll be like, okay, dang, the creator is watching me. And
Yeah,
it's out of
yeah, yeah.
respect for the creator. It's out of respect for myself. It's out of self
Right,
respect and it's out of respect for it. But at the same time I'll be a lie and say that it wasn't the hint of fear. Even if you ain't scared of no man, you ain't scared of no
right.
woman, you ain't scared of nobody. You still ain't just gonna go slide and do whatever you want to do to whoever
No,
because you gotta know, okay, I can go to jail for doing this.
you got
The fear of
consequences.
that is gonna keep you in line. It's always a fear of something that's gonna keep you in line.
Hmm. Yep. It is because then you don't want to you don't want that consequence most of the
Yeah, you
time.
don't want
So
to do.
yeah,
You don't want to deal with them consequences. You
yeah.
fear the consequences. You may not fear the action. You may not
But you
fear the
fear the
person that you want to do
consequence.
the action to, but you fear the consequences of your
Hmm.
actions. And we need that. We need that in society. Like without fear, without the fear of the consequences of your actions, people just gonna do
Right.
whatever.
Yeah. You both. I agree.
But we need both. I feel like it's a
Hmm.
balance. I feel like it's a balance. I don't feel like I
I
want to
do.
be feared by everybody because, like you said, that can cause somebody to do something crazy to you. But
Hmm.
the respect in me without the fear could still cause a person to do that same
It
craziness.
can.
So
It
it's
can.
I feel like it's a balance. It's a balance for me. But it's put to
It
bed for me.
is.
I just wanted to throw that out there to
No.
you and to the listeners to kind of open up
Hmm.
the eyes on it because it was really a personal situation where I was going through. Where I was like, man, this person playing with me, and they really
Right.
don't know
In my face.
in my face, and they really
Hmm.
don't know that I will really come get with them and get
Hmm.
on that. I think
Yep.
it's because of the fact that the only version of me they know is the respectful
It's
version,
the respectful
is the
version.
calm, cool, respectful version of me, and they taking that for advantage. And I feel like
Exactly.
I gotta show them
I
that I can be somebody that you really would
it's
fear, bro,
fear.
if I really get on that. Like, and you don't want to see that side. You
You
don't want to
don't.
see. You don't want me to have to. You don't want me to want to put fear in you. Because if I want to
Right.
put fear in you, I'm gonna make sure that it's fear in you. You don't
It's
want
gonna
that. I
yeah.
don't want that. You don't want that. And I feel like sometimes, like, damn, if I was to put this on Buddy and put this in Buddy face, I wouldn't be feeling played like I feel played right now.
Right. And that's the thing. Don't play in my face.
Facts.
Don't play in my face. And like sometimes you gotta put that fear in people, especially at work.
Especially this is in life period. Like
Yeah, in life period, you do. Because even walking down the street, like you could be walking different, fine, but you see somebody who you feel like you gotta put a face on for, because you're like, don't try me. You gotta you use your face and your whole body language change. You know
facts.
what I'm
It's
saying?
that
So
I
yeah, you
gotta
gotta put that. You
instill. I
gotta put
gotta
that on.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
gotta
gotta put that
establish
on.
a little dominance. I gotta let you know
Right.
that it's not sweet.
Yep. I agree. But it's put to bed for me, bro. I agree with you. It's 50-50. I was thinking of it as more of the avenue of just like work and not work, like authority stuff because we transition. But when
Yeah.
thinking about like parenting and work, I definitely need that 50-50 in life in general, but definitely with them too, because otherwise somebody gonna get hurt. And that ain't
Yeah, they
cool.
play with you. Somebody play with you.
Yeah, bro. Like I feel like we went through what we need to talk about. We went through our topics we need for the night. We put in the
Definitely.
bed. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot to say about one. And I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I love that we talked about it was something that really is an important thing in our communities, both our communities in
Facts.
general.
Facts.
Yeah. So
No, I
yeah, it's
feel,
what's
man,
bad
well,
for me.
I feel like we did our thing.
We did.
The episode has been put to bed.
It's
And
a
like we say all
bad.
the time, man, you know, rest your eyes, but don't rest your mind, don't rest your soul, don't rest your spirit, don't rest your ambition.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
don't rest your will to learn and to grow,
Going.
man. For real. And keep
Yeah.
going.
Absolutely, because that's a yeah, that's an addition. So you add, yeah, keep going, and like I always say, if you fall, make some mistakes, get back up, dust yourself off, and keep it moving. Because
Facts.
once you fall and you don't get back up, ain't nobody gonna pick you back up. You got to sometimes pick yourself up,
Got
or
to.
support system can help you get back up, but it's up to you for real.
Facts.
But
Facts.
yeah, Diamond G out, bruh.
Big
And
man Billy go out, man. We love y'all. Love
yeah,
this.
yes sir. All right, bro. Love you.